Oh, it's hard. It hits. Coloration on the bodies is not quite like...
We could be here a while. You can hear just how these slugs are hitting. These are 34 grain hollow point slugs at 980 feet per second. That's over 70 foot-pounds, so there's no need to bother with headshots. It's vital shots all day on these birds, and none of them get away. Analyze some of the scope cam footage here, and you'll notice immediately just how powerful the setup is. These slugs weigh more than double the JSP Hades pellets I was using earlier, and also traveling over 100 feet per second faster. That's 26 foot-pounds versus 73 foot-pounds. It's a monumental difference. These birds aren't just being pierced by a projectile, they are being switched off by massive waves of hydraulic shock traveling through their vitals and shutting them down. And this is the way I want it if I'm taking shots quickly. There are bound to be some that don't land exactly where I want them, and I want to know that the birds aren't going to suffer from my mistakes. If this isn't the most painless and efficient way to get rid of these problem birds, then I don't know what is.
It's crazy. And they're coming back. They're coming back alright. Top comes off the magazine. Let's see what we can do. Scope cam is recording. I'm going to go for a bird on the right to start off with.
I do take a few headshots here, but decide very quickly that it's not worth it. Firstly, it just takes longer to set up for the shot, and secondly, the replays will be too graphic for YouTube, so I eventually switch back to the good old off switch.
Hit the first bird and the slug would have gone through the head, expanded, and then smashed the second one in the chest. So I wouldn't have done that with a pellet. I just don't think it's got enough energy, but with 73... Oh, it's hard. It hits so hard. It is ridiculously hard. And head back. But it's been such a fantastic morning so far. Actually, kind of can't believe how I hit that bird somewhere in the vitals. It's going to go down on the spot. It'll be down within a second. Whereas with the pellets, those things can walk around for a bit. You've got to put a second shot in them, and that's not humane. Even though this is pest control, you want to be humane as possible. I don't believe there's such a thing as a balance between being humane and getting down as many as possible. I think if you aren't able to be humane in your pest control, then you shouldn't be doing it in the first place, or you should be using a different tool. I'm super happy with the way that both of these guns are behaving. Alright, those birds at the back there, I think I ranged them earlier at 60 meters, so I did a video with a whole lot of scope cam footage of pigeons being smashed. I do want to feature some educational stuff as well, so in between you're going to hear some voiceover. I'm going to talk about these birds. I'm probably going to only put in the best shots, because 100 shots on a scope cam video is probably overkill. I'll probably keep the rest for like a random hunts video or something like that. But yeah, it's been a fantastic day so far. I'm going to keep going. Like, there's no reason to stop. I'm here for a pest control job. Let's see if we can get 100. Let's do it. Then as they went a bit further, switch to the impact. I'm surprised they're not extinct. Weirdly enough, the stats say that their numbers have increased more than 120 times in the past 100 years. And that's because of farming, obviously. But the point is, you can't shoot them out, because no matter how quickly you shoot them out, they continue to breed. It's just crazy. Okay, well, they're back that side. I'm gonna scoot over here just a tiny bit. Hopefully you can still see me there. I'm gonna get focused on these bad boys down there. Yep, in focus. Oh.
Okay, so here we go with the slow-mo. You can see in the mirage that the wind is pushing here, but it doesn't really affect the slug much, and bam. A bit low, but it does the job. You'll see that I do vary a little bit here with the shot placement. I do take the odd headshot every now and again, but the majority of them are right on the off switch. I really do believe that if you hit a pigeon between the shoulders where the neck meets the body, there's some sort of nerve bundle or something that overloads the brain and just switches it off. This is something that is seen on bigger animals sometimes when hunting with very high velocity rounds. The nerve signals can put the animal into a coma, and I'm not talking about a spine shot, that's something completely different. This is a shot that's missing the spine but hitting nerve tissue. The benefit of aiming high like this is that the breast meat remains intact. This is obviously very important because the breast is the only meat.
It's this one.
So here we go with the stock standard Impact Mark II. I'm using the exact same aim point here, and while it doesn't quite hit as hard, it's still more than enough power to be completely humane. These next few are a little bit further out, and you can see in this clear German glass how the Mirage is pushing sideways.
On its way to dealers, so I'm really excited to see what